Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
This puppy was found with a note that read, "Help me. Now he's looking for a new home." Written by Hallie Wells, read by Giovanni Johnson. A lonely puppy was found wandering the streets of Wells with the "Help Me" sign hanging from his collar, but thankfully he is now in good hands. We humans love our pets and perhaps our dogs most of all, so it's sad to consider having to leave one behind. Unfortunately, life circumstances sometimes make it impossible to care for a canine companion or feline friend. That appears to have been the situation for the family or individual owner of Sweet Chase. Chase was found in the town of Brigham Wells, which is 20 miles west of Cardiff. Attached to Chase's collar was an envelope that read, "Help me, my name is Chase." Inside the envelope was a heartbreaking note that provided more information about the abandoned dog. According to Wells Online, the note read, "My name is Chase. I am 1 year old, November 16. I am very friendly and kind, good with kids. I need a new home as my owner cannot take care of me. Please help me. Thank you." When Chase and the note were discovered, he was taken to Hope Rescue. Chase was very nervous and shell-shocked after being on the streets. However, the shelter provided lots of love and he slowly became more trusting. Initially, Chase stayed in his kennel and chose not to play or interact, but he eventually became more comfortable with the shelter staff. Chase is now waiting for a forever home while in the loving care of a wonderful foster family. Hope Rescue told Wells Online, "A foster family came forward. They've got 2 little dogs that he's really enjoying the company of, and he's already starting to show his playful side. Although he's been through a really stressful situation, we're hoping that now he is on the way up and will have a lovely life with his people." On August 26, the center posted on Instagram photos of the note Chase was wearing when found. They also posted a photo of him being held by one of their staff members. They hoped that Chase's owner might see the post and find comfort in knowing that Chase is now safe and being well cared for. Hope Rescue further shared, "In July alone, we received 156 calls to take in 226 dogs. We took in 72 dogs in July, and this month so far, we have already taken in 146 dogs. Most of these dogs are strays or dogs seized from illegal and low welfare breeders. With the animal welfare sector in crisis, we know how hard it is to find rescue spaces right now, but we would urge owners to still call local and breed rescues and try their hardest to wait for a space." The People's Story and the Instagram post received both kind and critical comments. Most readers had a hard time fathoming how an owner could leave their pet to fend for itself. A few seemed to understand that it might be unavoidable. What a blessing it is that Chase's story turned out well, thanks to an alert citizen and the work of their local pet shelter. The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. Psalms 145:8. After getting lost in Yellowstone, this precious cat made his way back home to California. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Giovanni Johnson. After getting lost in Yellowstone, this precious cat made his way back home to California. The story is a tale of perseverance and love. As he tried to make his way home, a cat named Rainbow became the real-life Sassy from the film Homeward Bound. His incredible journey home reminds us of the bonds we share with our pets and how vital it is to get them microchipped. What started as another camping trip for Californian Susan Anguiano and her husband Benny became a tragic loss. They were enjoying the last few days of vacation when their 2-year-old cat Rainbow went missing. He got startled and ran off, but no amount of his favorite treats, catcalls, or toys could bring him back. Heartbroken, Benny and Suzanne made the 900-mile journey back home, leaving the hope of finding Rainbow behind. "We had to leave without him," Suzanne said. "That was the hardest day because I felt like I was abandoning him." With grief-filled hearts, they never gave up hope of finding Rainbow. It became apparent that his sister, Star, was missing him too. A month after he vanished, they opted to fill the void by adopting another cat to help with the loss. 61 days later, an incredible miracle happened. Benny received a notification from his microchip. He was alive and had been found. Rainbow had been found a mere 190 miles from his home in Roseville, California, which meant he had somehow traveled most of the 900 miles home. A woman found the cat and was worried he wouldn't make it. She immediately took him to the Placer Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, where they were able to identify him by his microchip. Suzanne and Benny couldn't believe it. They were stunned and overjoyed with the news. "We are ecstatic to have him back," Suzanne said. "I look at him every day and am so grateful and tell him, 'Do you know how many weeks I have been praying to see that face again?'" The incredible miracle of Rainbow's journey home unfolds like a tale of adventure and resilience. His miraculous return not only celebrates the unbreakable bond between pets and their owners, but also paints a beautiful picture of love's unwavering power, proving that even the most incredible distances can be bridged by the heart. We're so thankful this sweet little God made it home.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.